Última hora. Un aficionado a la fotografía captó por accidente el video más perturbador del año en una zona montañosa del norte de Colorado. Aquella noche llevó su dron para probar el modo térmico en un área completamente aislada. Al principio todo parecía normal, hasta que giró la cámara hacia un acantilado. Allí, a las 3:30 de la madrugada, aparecieron 9 figuras humanas perfectamente alineadas en círculo, como si realizaran un ritual. Al hacer zoom, notó que una de ellas arrastraba una bolsa con forma humana. Segundos después, cuando volvió a mirar, solo quedaban 8. ¿Qué pasó con la 9ª persona? ¿Qué había dentro de esa bolsa? Continuó grabando y notó una cabaña abandonada no muy lejos del acantilado. A través de la lente térmica vio movimiento dentro y reconoció a una de las figuras del círculo. De repente, 2 sombras cruzaron el encuadre, una escapando y la otra persiguiéndola hasta perderse entre los árboles. La imagen se congeló, solo el viento, la oscuridad y un silencio tan profundo que parece seguir resonando. Hasta hoy, nadie ha podido explicar qué ocurrió esa noche en las montañas de Colorado, ni quiénes eran esas 9 personas. Algunos dicen que el lugar ahora está prohibido para exploradores. Comenta lo que piensas y comparte antes de que borren este video.
El vídeo muestra al conductor engañando en el servicio de recolección de basura. El vídeo muestra al conductor saliendo del camión, desbloqueando la tapa y mirando adentro. Luego comienza a sacar objetos, dejándolos colgando por el borde del contenedor, lo que hace que parezca que está desbordado. Después, el conductor vuelve al camión y vacía la basura. Al ver esto, Bajen no pudo evitar sorprenderse. Te deja con la boca abierta cuando te das cuenta de que te están estafando, tratando de aprovecharse de ti. Bajen llamó de inmediato a la compañía para reportar lo que vio. Un representante le dijo que era una práctica común, simplemente reorganizando la carga para que fuera más fácil de vaciar. Eso no tiene ningún sentido, dijo Bajen. Bajen se siente afortunado de haber captado el incidente en vídeo, ya que podría haber pasado desapercibido. El costo de la recolección se suponía que era alrededor de $60, pero cuando recibió la factura de Waste Management el 26 de marzo, fue mucho más alta de lo esperado. La factura incluía una foto tomada desde el camión, mostrando la basura sobresaliendo del contenedor.
Un padre golpeó continuamente a su hija de 2 años en un estacionamiento solo para hacerla dejar de llorar, pero finalmente recibió el castigo que merecía. Según el vídeo, el hombre salió del coche y primero gritó a su hija, quien estaba sentada en el asiento trasero. A medida que la niña lloraba más fuerte, él se volvió más agitado e incluso comenzó a golpearla. Todo el incidente fue registrado por un testigo con su teléfono móvil. Durante el proceso, una mujer se acercó atraída por el llanto de la niña. Pero aunque varios transeúntes intentaron persuadirlo para que parara, el padre no solo no detuvo sus acciones, sino que incluso comenzó a gritar a los transeúntes. Incluso afirmó que era su propia hija y que podía criarla como quisiera. Después de que un transeúnte llamara al 911, la policía llegó rápidamente al lugar y lo arrestó. Actualmente, está acusado de agresión infantil de primer grado, pero la fianza solo fue de $1,600 estadounidenses. La niña fue llevada al hospital y afortunadamente solo sufrió heridas leves. Actualmente, está bajo el cuidado del Departamento de Servicios para Niños. Esta forma de educar es realmente escalofriante. ¿Qué castigo crees que debería recibir este padre?
If you hadn't fought back, my son would still be alive. He only wanted to rob you, and you killed him. You're gonna pay for that.
Shut up! The one who should pay is you!
Not guilty. You're a hero, not a criminal.
A veteran was charged with murder after killing 3 teenagers who broke into his home to rob him. The people who charged him were the parents of the teenagers he killed. The incident took place in Rockdale County, Georgia, around 4 a.m. 3 masked teenagers arrived at the veteran's house. They attempted to break in, having observed for 3 days that the veteran lived alone, and figured no one would care if he went missing. So they decided to commit the robbery. While they were rummaging through the living room, the elderly man discovered them, and a confrontation ensued. A series of gunshots rang out. Neighbors were woken by the gunfire and called 911. When the police arrived, the 3 teenagers were lying in the living room, having been shot. 2 were declared dead after being rushed to the hospital, and the 3rd died on the spot. Later, it was confirmed that the deceased included 2 brothers, aged 15 and 16. After the incident, the teenagers' parents were outraged and could not accept the homeowner's actions. They demanded that the prosecutor charge the homeowner with murder, claiming his response was too extreme. However, the homeowner maintained that his actions were justified as self-defense, saying his life was threatened.
I gave my whole life to this country. Now, all I want is to protect my home.
But several eyewitness testimonies provided a different perspective. They confirmed that the three teenagers were not only wearing masks, but were also armed and fired first. The homeowner only shot back after being attacked. After a thorough investigation by the jury and police, it was decided not to accept the parents' lawsuit. Under Georgia's self-defense laws and the Stand Your Ground law, the homeowner's actions were deemed to be completely legal, and there was no excessive force used. This veteran fought to defend his country when he was young. Now, isolated and robbed, he defended himself.
Not guilty. You're a hero, not a criminal.
Do you think this was self-defense? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
A wild moment went down at Wendy Shea's concert, and fans still can't believe what they saw. The night was supposed to be all about Wendy bringing the energy, the vocals, and the vibe. But instead, a random couple in the crowd ended up stealing the entire spotlight. A fan-recorded clip started circulating online. As the music hit its peak, this couple suddenly got way too into each other. Right there in the middle of the audience, people around them literally froze. Viewers online called it the boldest moment ever caught at a concert. Within minutes, the video went viral. Comments were flying in like, is this a concert or a romance scene? Some people swore the couple overshadowed Wendy Shea completely. Others felt social media was blowing the whole thing out of proportion, insisting it wasn't that deep. But Wendy Shea fans were not having it. She was delivering a powerful performance, and yet the attention drifted away because of a couple that forgot they were in public. As the clip keeps spreading, the debate only gets louder. People are talking about crowd behavior, boundaries, and what's appropriate in a packed venue. One thing is clear though, wherever Wendy Shea shows up, the heat, the headlines, and the drama always follow.
This woman invited children to her house every day, but when the parents discovered what she was really doing with them, they became so furious that they immediately called the police. Claudia, a 32-year-old woman, was known in the neighborhood for organizing children's parties at home. She wore colorful clothes, danced, handed out candy, and everyone thought she simply loved kids. But over time, something started to change. The children came back different, silent. Some woke up screaming at night, saying they didn't want to play with Aunt Claudia anymore. Even so, she kept receiving new visitors, always smiling, always filming everything. Until one day, one of the mothers decided to secretly follow her child. And what she saw through the window was so disturbing that she fell to her knees and called the police, unable to utter a single word. Minutes later, the house was raided. And what the investigators found inside was something no sane mind could ever comprehend. The recordings from that night remain forbidden to this day. Want to know what was inside that house? Comment house for part 2.
At approximately 5:40 p.m. this evening, police responded to reports of a shooting at Valley Fair Mall, located on the San Jose-Santa Clara line in the South Bay. Early reports indicate that 2 victims were injured in the shooting and were transported to the hospital, but their conditions have not yet been released. Authorities have not provided any information regarding suspects at this time. While the situation initially raised concerns, police have confirmed that it is no longer considered an active shooter event, meaning there is no ongoing threat at the mall. In the moments following the shooting, many people inside the mall, including shoppers and restaurant patrons, sought refuge in stores and eateries. As part of standard procedure, police have evacuated the building, with many individuals exiting with their hands raised. Police are conducting a careful search of the entire mall to ensure there are no remaining threats or dangers. The mall has been cleared of customers, and law enforcement is focused on securing the area. Investigators are continuing their work, and more updates are expected as details emerge.
Breaking now at 11 o'clock, gunfire erupting inside the Westfield Valley Fair Mall in San Jose on one of the busiest shopping days of the year. 3 people were shot in what's been a chaotic Black Friday. Shaken customers seen running from the mall while police cleared the scene. An investigation is underway right now as we are gathering new details. And
just before 6 o'clock, and with that mall packed for Black Friday, this is when this all unfolded. And you can imagine how fast panic spread. Police say this was not an active shooter, but rather an argument that escalated. Tonight, the suspect is still out there. This is the moment fear erupted inside the Macy's at Westfield Valley Fair Mall in San Jose on this Black Friday. People screaming and sprinting out of stores with bags in their hands after gunfire broke out. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News the shooter was with the group when a fight or argument broke out. Officers say he opened fire on the victims at around 5:40 tonight, then took off with several women who had strollers.
2 patients, possibly 3 at this point. Shooter still at large. Scene is not secure.
3 people were shot, all with injuries that are not life-threatening. Investigators are calling this an isolated incident, not an active shooter. Police say they're now reviewing surveillance video and interviewing witnesses, hoping to identify the shooter and the group he was with before he ran off. As of tonight, that suspect is still outstanding.